Braswell family, Judge bullied, was biased, and made fun of Vern Braswell in open court. Is this evidence of a Jim Crow judge? Seemed okay with missing evidence? Seemed to back off issue of hiding evidence because of Amy Weirich. When Vern Braswell received the anonymous letter of apology in July of 2020, that was accompanied by evidence stolen from the appeal court record, one of the statements in the letter said respect for Criminal Court Division 1 was lost. Initially we didn't know what this statement meant. After we took a deep dive into the transcripts that document Shelby County Criminal Court Judge Paula Scohan's multiple instances of insulting, making derogatory remarks, ostracizing, bullying, biases, and blatant disrespect of Vern Braswell, while his case was in Criminal Court Division 1 for his post-conviction, another statement from the letter became abundantly clear. That statement from the letter said, not everyone was okay with the games played on Vern in court. While in Judge Paula Scohan's courtroom from 2010 until 2016, Vern needed a 1968 sanitation strike I am a man sign to remind Judge Scohan that Vern was a grown man and not 3/5 of a man. Judge Scohan talked to Vern on multiple instances in a way that you wouldn't even talk to a child, let alone any black man. The family says they have the transcripts of the judge's private court conversations and open court comments to prove her blatant biases and unprofessionalism. This attitude by a white judge towards a black man is as clear a picture as you're going to get of the remaining Jim Crow attitudes in the Shelby County criminal justice system. Sadly, the way she treated Vern is her MO and not an isolated incident. As Vern maintained respect and decorum, he was insulted and made fun of by Judge Scohan. As Vern begged for evidence, Judge Scohan was dismissive. As Vern exercised patience, Judge Scohan's inaction paved the way for evidence to vanish. As Vern uncovered possible corruption by government officials, the judge berated him with the following exchange. You are a little sensitive, okay? And I am used to dealing with attorneys and maybe I hurt their feeling, but I really don't care. I am used to dealing with people as a judge, okay? I am the only ego in here I care about. That is basically the way it is, okay, so deal with it. During this exchange, Judge Scohan's Mortal Kombat finishing move on Vern consisted of, I'm not happy about your case being on my docket either. This came after Braswell made repeated pleas in open court for evidence to prove his wrongful conviction. The family adds that, even though the judge was startled by the notion of withheld evidence in a sealed envelope and responded with oh my gosh, Judge Scohan seemed to back off the issue of hiding evidence, when she found out that it was probably Amy Weirich who hid the evidence in the sealed envelope, since Weirich's initials were on it. To repeat, Judge Scohan acted as if hiding evidence was okay since it was the head DAG Amy P. Weirich who seemed to withhold evidence that initially shocked the hell out of Judge Scohan. The Braswell family says, when the judge was informed that there was no record, that the Shelby County medical examiner who did the autopsy and testified during Braswell's trial, ever worked at the Shelby County medical examiner's office, the judge did nothing, except lash out at Braswell for filling out the subpoena that uncovered this potential fraud upon the court. Judge Scohan also did nothing when she was informed that the same Shelby County medical examiner also lied under oath about being disciplined for misconduct prior to coming to Memphis, a potential crime of perjury and official misconduct. The Braswell family says Judge Scohan made false accusations against Braswell and one time angrily threatened to not allow him to present evidence during a court appearance in November of 2015. Throughout all of this Vern Braswell was respectful, polite, and maintained decorum, but Judge Scohan, in true Jim Crow style, never apologized for what the family calls habitual and toxic verbal abuse, even after the judge learned she was wrong for lashing out at Vern during a November 2015 court appearance. These are the types of Jim Crow attitudes of disrespect by white judges towards black men that need to be removed from the criminal justice system. If you're looking for a judge who will treat black men and women with respect and will protect their rights, Division 1 of the Shelby County Criminal Court is not that place. At a minimum, we want a public and written apology from Judge Scohan. We want all persons and entities in a supervisory capacity to take corrective actions to ensure that no black man in her courtroom is ever subjected to this treatment again. We want the administrative judge of the Shelby County Criminal Court. We want the Tennessee Board of Judicial Conduct. We want the Tennessee Supreme Court to take action to ensure that no black man in her courtroom is ever subjected to this treatment again. These are the types of injustices that if witnesses do not report, then they are as compliant by their omissive behavior, as the officers who stood by when George Floyd was murdered.